Dang, the courage for Tidehunter. Might be there if they're thinking about Roshan, but they can't think about Roshan. They don't really have they can half tank it, but Angel Spirit's heading down towards the bottom lane. We're looking for that Tidehunter. Medina Courage is just to actually help kill off this Broodmother. We're with 1,300 gold, 1,300 life. Anchor Smash, that was not what was meant to be hotkeyed. That was meant to be a gush. And now the Spirelings are sent for him. They find him. Angel Spirit would love to have a go at this. Beastmaster's already on an Invis rune. And RMM might think he can tank this. That's not. They're actually going for the Mirana. Or at least just trying to harass enough to fall them back. So Broodmother's got to start pushing this wave out a little bit more. Bring those Spirelings back in towards the mix. In the meantime, Windrunner gets some free farm up on the top lane. Broodmother still getting it on the bottom lane. And Nemo keeps it going in the neutrals. There's that mech I was talking about, as well as the Soul Ring. Well, we got Stick, Wand. There's nothing but consumable, so pretty lean for that Beastmaster. And they're still coming back to the advantage of the Radiant. Taking out these extra towers. Keeping the push going, keeping those neutrals farmed up. Not really wanting to miss out on any of the spawns of the neutrals. Broodmother's got to be a little bit careful. Tied with the Gush. Pops off the dust. Arrow completely misses. They should have chained that off with the Ravage first, and then the Arrow. Now Enigma will come in. There's 3 of them there. He's only got 2, but 2 is what counts. Tidehunter goes down. Broodmother is brought down by the Aeoldi that flew in. But now he's going to micro those Spirelings to kill off Alex. And he'll get it too. Vengeful Spirit gets the last seal. It's a magic missile that sets it up. And then Windrunner comes in with a great shackle shot, holding Leaf to that tree. He can't leap away. Mini stun from Fishbone will ensure that kill. And Broodmother even gets more. Asin's on the bottom lane. Stun goes. Wagga is back. Needs to slow him down. Shackle shot doesn't lash to anything. Beastmaster lets off the roar and at the same time as the VS swap. So the stun does carry. Probably didn't need to go that far overkill, but it gets the kill on the Night Stalker in the end. And will also allow them to kill off that tier 2 tower. Brood does more than enough to do that. And then the support TPs towards the top. Windrunner to take care of that creep wave. So more towers coming the way of the Radiant side. And they're just pushing in on Panzer. A lot of spiders. They might just keep pushing at this point. They've been winning these fights. A lot of ultis been going off. And they still stay alive. A big concern for Wagga down to money he spent before. Treads, Vanguard, Soul Ring. BKB will be next.
Regeneration.
And Windrunner. Slash hasn't spent all the money yet. Nothing's on the courier. Tango sitting on the deck. Enigma almost has himself a Blink Dagger. Beastmaster. By the way, that was my, he doesn't have a lot of money. That's the way I look at that. We are 15 minutes in, I can't get too harsh on him. He's got 1 Gauntlet, Treads. That's actually pretty decent. But it's still kind of like, 1 death with 44. Where Enigma is actually out CSing everybody. 84 for 2 with 2 kills. It's looking good. And now Broodmother. Bite, bite, bite. Vengeful Spirit with the last hit. Crystal Maiden just so squishy. Life points 700. And you got a level 4 magic missile flying at you. So 325, then you got the Spiderlings, which also deal 300. And you've lost most of your life. And now Leaf's also in trouble. Trying to Starfall himself back out of this, but it's not really going to help him. Spiderlings are going to be pulled back and then they'll go invis. In fact, they're just going to start attacking on the Ancient Apparition. And Broodmother creates some more. Just trying to make life a living hell for Leaf. Tide's going to come up to help him out. But then again, so Enigma for Broodmother. They find RMM. Initial stun. Pops the Ravage. Arrow will hit. Doesn't hit for long though. And Leaf is forced back out again. There's still enough time to kill off the Enigma. Ancient Apparition coming down. Still got that well, he's invisible for the moment. That's his web that's doing that. I was thinking he popped off Insatiable Hunger, but he actually didn't. It was still on cooldown. It was his Soul Ring he popped off again to get that mana back so they can initiate in the mid. Throws down another web. Shackle shot. Latches! Latches on the AA to start with. Beastmaster's in too far. Asm gets a void as well as a silence on him. And Crystal Maiden is running towards the front lines to help out. Broodmother in the meantime says, screw this, I'm going bot. And VS and Windrunner fall back to the tier 1 tower in mid. Broodmother at 1,700 gold. Be looking for that Mithril Hammer or Ogre Axe sometime soon. Able to move at very, very free will. So just checking out our dust charges. We've got 1 Sentry Ward for the Crystal Maiden. And that's basically the only thing that's going to reveal off any form of invis. Meanwhile, back in towards the middle lane, Vengeful Spirit. Would love to get a swap in the AA. AA with a 4-star as well as level 11. So level 2 ultimate's up for him. Which is a nice combo if they can chain it with something. Like an arrow from Leaf. Hurl it up this way. There's a ward up from the Radiant there, so it's not the die that has vision up there. Towards the middle lane, you saw that arrow, just the end of it. Fizzle behind Fishborn. Looks like he had some decent vision of that as well. The conversions help push that wave up to the tower. Ancient Ebrician just takes the aggro and pulls him back past the tower. Makes life easy enough to push him. So we see Quarterstaff up for the Broodmother. So we might be seeing a butterflying Broodmother. Late game Broodmother. Screw that BKB. It's not fearing the silence, not fearing all the stuns. Not fearing anything, Waga. Either that or we're seeing him go, which makes no sense. Shadowblade. Vengeful Spirit's gone. Completely gone. VS swap. Not enough. Almost would have been if he got the timing. It's a little bit different. Arrows. Oh, fly! It hits! It was started with the slow and Enigma! 4 of them! All caught out! The Frost is holding Beastmaster in place. Great power shot through it. Fishbone's in trouble, but that was one hell of an ultimate. Beastmaster does die for all his hard work, but 4 of them all caught in the middle lane. Tide is on the run. They have more than enough time to damage him. Windrunner picks up the Tide Hunter. Alex is also on the run. Windrunner would love a little bit of extra speed. Blink up from Fishbone. Mini stun. They get it. The ball from the Beastmaster was already up there. While he is dead, he is killing in spirit. Wygrel's a little bit of trouble with Asm. Amazing play from the Enigma to catch out the 4 with an amazing black hole. Their Spylings is attacking the tower right now. Asm's still being caused a little bit of issues, but Wyger has no mana to do anything about it, not until the Soul Ring comes back up. So support coming up towards the top lane. Beastmaster, Vengeful Spirit. All they need is the stun. 1 stun and they'll have this kill. Slows him, tries to. It's night time. Someone would actually get it. They'll take care of the creep wave and then take the tower. They're not wanting to give it up by the looks of it. TP supports come in. Tide is here. Night Stalker turns around. They need to get this Ravage. There goes the Ravage. Buys Asm some time. Beastmaster's almost there. Pops up the 6 charges now. Bottle charge as well. VS swapping down. Then swaps him into an arrow. Windrunner kills off the Ancient Apparition during the meantime. There's blood everywhere. Leaves on the run. Waga trying to stay inside of the invis, but it's impossible now that the dust has been popped off, so needs to use the web speed to get away. Enigma comes back up again. Shackle shot. Doesn't latch Leaf. He was in the wrong position for that. And Windrunner able to hold the ground. The runner pops off the ultimate in defense. Alex had to stop attacking the blink and then the stun. Great play here by Enigma. Fishbone's having a fantastic game. Power shot almost kills off Leaf. In fact, it will do so. Arrow will hit on God mode, but Iron Man's still here. This will be a complete team wipe. Shackle shots held him in place long enough. And Enigma gets a triple kill on the top lane. And now creating more conversions. Spiderlings up. They'll take care of this tier 2 tower on top. And it's the second last one. But 18 to 14, we'll watch this graph go. Oh, look at that spike. Tower, 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 tower. Kill, 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 kill. Vengeful Spirit in the meantime is just pushing that wave in the middle lane. That's a little bit closer. Knows the support's going to be coming in towards that top lane to try and stop them. But it's not going to get there in time. Brewmother throws down a web, so they got perfect vision of this. Conversions and Spiralings might also almost be enough to stop them. Asn already getting a Spiraling charge inside him. Dust pops off, so Waga nowhere to hide again. And dies this time. CM dropping down the ultimate. Trying to slow down anybody who's trying to push in that top. As the Vengeful Spirit was pushing down the mid. Nice Stalker TP's in on the hunt. VS turns around, tries to go for the stun, but he's currently silenced. Arrow will fly, but it's a little bit off. Actually, no, it's not. It hits perfectly. Forbidden Mini goes down. The Vengeful Spirit and Windrunner is forced to run. Funnily enough, Asm will also run towards the high ground, but they realized that both Leaf and him couldn't run after him. If they did that, they would have got shackled and then killed. TP support down towards the bottom lane. Enigma wants to ensure the health and safety of this tower. And now the catapult turned into conversions. Gotta bring those conversions off the front line so they don't take too much damage, but can keep on attacking. That way they replicate themselves. They can push down to the last tier 2 tower. Actually, it's not the last one. The last one, there's the one up here. Oh, no, it is the last one. Except the last one's on the top lane. I don't know why I thought that bottom one was still up. It's amazing what 10 hours will do to you. Mystic Staff as well as an Ultimate Orb up for Windrunner. It's only about 400 gold away from completing the first sheep stick of the game. Or pig stick, whatever freaking stick we want to call it. Sorry, I think we called it a drumstick in the end because it's a chicken stick. But chicken stick just doesn't sound right. But drumstick, then again, we'll probably cause some issues with drums of endurance. Damn it! Things just are not simple. Why is there no simple? I want simple. Middle lane setting up. Windrunner. A little bit careful. Tries to latch the shackle. Doesn't get one. Wouldn't really matter if he did. Would have popped off a power shot. Be like, yeah. Kind of really wants to get towards that ring, I believe. Once they have that Hex up, and they can shut off Mirana or Night Stalker. Probably won't be the only Hex of the game either. Looking at Broodmother. Yeah, there's that silence can be coming out from him. Orc of the Malevolence. Because that was my tired brain not kind of working out the fact that you actually need... Oh, hello, Shackle. You actually need that quarterstaff to create one of those little suckers. Courier flying in towards the mid. Be careful that Courier doesn't die. Ravage will pop. Beastmaster's already gone. Enigma gets a 3. Not a 4. Not quite. 4 staff back out again. Broodmother had enough time to get himself a couple of kills. Fishbourne's actually stuck there with the arrow from Leaf, trying to escape. Leaf then getting mini stunned as well as Vengeful Spirit stunned. In fact, Fishbourne turns around to attack him. Enigma. See no Enigma, fear no Enigma. Hear no Enigma. It's a black hole, man. It sucks everything in. Now in towards the middle lane. Tier 2 tower is what they want. Tier 2 tower is what they're going to get. Power showing the creep wave down. There's no Spiralings to easily bring down this tier 2. I was actually wrong before the tier 2. You know what? I'm just had 10 hours casting straight. So I'm going to use that as an excuse. But my brain's actually technically still working. This is just what I'm always like. Broodmother heads up towards the top. Surprised she doesn't just run in there and kill the tower herself. Risking the missing of the last hit right now. But does get it in the end. So there's our last tier 2 tower going down. 2,800 gold. Almost enough to complete that Orc of the Malevolence. Bring on that silence. Shut down that Mirana. Or Night Stalker. Either will do. One gets silenced and orchided. And the other one gets turned into a chicken. And that is the current strat of the Radiant side. In the meantime, too, Roshan's being killed. Nothing like double negative armor, as well as Focus Fire to bring those levels down. And Windrunner takes the Aegis of the Immortal. As he got that Scythe of Vice, and also picks up a Drum Endurance. Well, there you go. See, I can't call it a drumstick, because he's buying a drum. It's causes some issues. It's the double drum, man. It's 2 for the drums, price of 1. All tier 2 towers down, though. Radiant looking in a fantastic position. That gold graph still going up. See, he's kind of like curvy, kind of links up to almost 14,000 gold advantage. The advantage when you've got a hero like Enigma who can farm up the neutrals, you've got a hero like Bruma that can push down the towers and get you all that money early on, and then also farm up the neutrals or whatever lane she's actually pushing. Makes life very, very simple. Even now, conversion is just being left on the bottom lane. So even though Enigma is actually not there, he is able to farm up that bottom lane. In fact, he's already TP back to base. BKB and Blink Dagger for the Enigma. That's what you get when you get triple kills. It's a chick stick. I like chick stick. Chick stick's the best one. It's a chicken. It's a chicken stick. Chick stick. Chick stick. It has a ring to it. I like a chick stick. You know, chick stick? It's like Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Chick Whip. It's a chick whip. We're back in towards the daytime. So Night Stalker's mouth goes closed. Not a big fan of the dentist during the daytime, but during the nighttime's fine. Dracula looks after his teeth. The Stalker of the Night. He looks very, very much like the guy out of... what's the movie I'm actually searching for? Underworld. Underworld. But like the last one, like the one where it's just like a bat, which is weird. It's just like, oh, alright, cool. Smoke goes up. Even some of the conversions got smoked. And then the run up into the neutrals. They'll be searching for the Crystal Maiden. CM already TPing out. As well as the Tide Hunter. Don't know if there was a ward there watching that. Yeah, there was a Dire Ward watching it. Dire Ward saw the smoke pop off and realized they're in a bad position for it. In the meantime, though, the push will come in towards the mid. Rather surprising, you generally see a Broodmother pushing in with the rest of the team. She likes to push on her own lanes, her own time. Running those spiralings straight through. Spots the four of them at the back. Already with a howl. Trying to damage. Just the tower is all they want. Not much more. And then Broodmother can move freely inside that base. Love the Necro units. Ulti will fly out. Arrow misses as well. A lot of spells now missing from RMN. Not from RMN. From Panzer. TP will be forced towards the top lane unless they pop off the fortification. Fortification should be fine to deal with it though. Should have just popped it off before that creep wave's going to get there. So they won't in the end. More conversions now being created. Tier 3 tower does get brought down. It's a good shackle holding Marana in place. And Enigma pulled in 3 of them. Tide needs to pop the Ravage. It's already too late. 1, 2, 3 go down. Ancient Apparition bites back into the game. First the middle barracks that will go. And I don't see them pulling back, not with Marana and Night Stalker down. Emocore in their first game in this tournament should take out the game. Or maybe not. AA gets a fantastic ultimate with the help of Tide Hunter. Crystal Maiden even dropping hers down, but RMN's still dying. Doesn't matter how amazing it's getting. They're still causing the same thing. Broodmother goes down. Crystal Maiden gets picked up. Windrunner gets one. RMN's back, so we've got the Tide Hunter buying back into the game. And the fallback now comes, but they've already lost their middle. And their main heroes. And a little bit of hope. Or it kind of just like goes out the window. So now Beastmaster just push out the top lane. So there's Necro units just walking around. Only level 1, so there's no invis detection. Just yet. The fact he's currently got 2,000 gold means that level 3 is not far off. Let's watch them get purchased up in just a moment. Enigma going back to that farming, that BKB black hole again. So amazing. So amazing. We're now buying up an ultimate orb. More than likely, I'm going to say Shiva's Guard. Because with a blink in, you pop the BKB off, you get the ulti off. Catch everybody slowed down. Or even then, actually pop the ulti, then the Shiva's Guard. Because if you pop them both at the same time, sure it's going to do damage to everyone around you, but it's after the black hole ends, and you're like, hey, sweet, now I can move. Oh, I'm Shiva blasted. I can't move at all. And this is just kind of crap. My movement speed is like 10. Vengeful Spirit gets lucky, finds an invis rune. Invisibility. Should be going for a little bit of a scout to find what she can find. Nice Stalker coming down. Point Booster as well as Ogre Axe. They really need to get that Aghanim Scepter up for the nighttime. That way they can know when Enigma's going to blink in and have a crack. Vengeful Spirit is actually going to catch out the Night Stalker. Or maybe not. She should be able to hear something. Even though you can't see Night Stalker attacking. If you're coming around, probably around that area of Night Stalker, You probably hear that attack over the ancient neutrals. So there's that Necromicon. Should be 3. There's 2. It's a little bit short. My Necro book recipe was only about 1,400 or so. Well, which would then explain why he's short, because he's still got another 20 gold to go. Nope, no, there we go. It was actually less. Just have to wait for it to come off cooldown by the looks of it. The Necro book up to 3. Which means the recipe's only about 1250. Vengeful Spirit going to find a regen as well. All the runes of Vengeful Spirits. Broodmother, I think, wants to kill. A lot of counter warding here from the Dire side. They don't want to have this revealed. They want to also find Broodmother if she decides to make a little bit of an entrance into their own neutrals. So we've got coming up Beastmaster with the bottle. Pops the charges, picks up the rune. The arrow fly out from Mirana. She's using that to farm? Or scout? Judging by where the... No, that's the sight line from the other heroes. In the meantime, Emocore going to enter in through the mid. Blink in, mini stuns, 4-star's not going to help him, but the Mirana ultimate will. But Beastmaster Raw, even if he disappears, he's gone. Ancient Apparition has a minute on the sidelines. Rotate will probably come towards the bottom lane, or maybe not. That's going to enter in through the mid. Leaf leaps away. He's a leaf on the wind. A leaf on the wind. Not quite sure what that means, but he's a leaf on the wind. Heading down towards the bottom lane. Focus fire time! Everyone gets the command aura. Everybody can deal some damage, apart from when there's fortification, which point you can deal very, very little damage. Arrow flies right through the middle of the Radiant squad once again. It's done here on the Crystal Maiden. Shackle shot, unable to actually latch Leaf onto anything. VS swapping up as she's spoiling the power shot there of Windrunner. But it still does the job. Tidehunter's also in the mix, but he can't pop off his ultimate anymore. It is gone. He has no mana. There's many, many reasons. Azen's forced back. Enigma gets both the last 2 heroes for the Dire side in a good black hole. Leaf goes down. Great play here by Fishbone for multiple times. Double kill. Bottom racks will go. And the GG call has happened. So Panzer is GG to Emocore. Emocore will take the win. Be very, very happy with their play. It's good push strat. 34 minutes in, they realized that was their moment for the game. They managed to get themselves a barrier, got themselves some amazing ultimates. It says that ultimate of the Enigma in the middle lane. Getting those 4 heroes gave enough time for Windrun to deal off the damage. Got the triple kill for Enigma, which then got his BKB up, which means they could fight in multiple situations when they thought, you know what, maybe this isn't a great idea. And then Waga, the continuous pressure, farming up that Orc of the Malevolence. It's all about that extra silence, shut those heroes down. RMN is now completely screwed as well. Enigma blinks in. He loves it. More kills. Would love to get the last hit, but doesn't get it. Ancient Apparition goes down. And they will GG this officially. Vengeful Spirit pulling the CM out. Everyone's disconnected by Tide as well as the Ancient Apparition. So we've got the chicken killers. And that is over! GG for our match! Congratulations to Emocore. They have played very, very well up against Panzer. Panzer missing their big hard carry Kurukai. So that was one downside for them. They had to play with a substitution player, 557. Not that we're going to bring it down on him, but that is a good play there by Emocore. Solid strat, solid play, and solid victory. We'll be back here in just a moment with our last game of the day. It is going to be the old MYM, known now as Problem ? Going up against Global Domination Time, the Americans. Let's see how they go. We'll see you soon.